Sometimes Aquarius can get a bad rap in, astrology circles as being, the rebel and the rebel rouser and wanting to break all the rules. I love what you said about it's not just breaking rules for the sake of breaking them. It's about realizing where things have become rules that are in existence no longer serve ourself or the higher good, and how we can then realize we need to break past them. And I think that's some of the bravery and the strength within Aquarius and its determination, as a fixed sign to keep pushing against. Sometimes Aquarius can be, that drip that keeps making a hole in the stone. Like it doesn't matter how much the establishment says this is the way it needs to be. It's that Aquarius mindset that's like, no, there's another way it can be. There's an out of the box other way of thinking. And I feel like when we apply that to ourselves rather than out into the world, this is part of the reason that for me, Aquarius energy is so much about being authentic, really figuring out where I am me. I am not necessarily just the parts of me that society accepts or my family accepts or that work out there. It's what is the uniqueness, the mindset that I have, that I bring forward, where I see the world in my own unique way, and how am I going to live? How am I going to strive? How do I bring that forward?
Its connection with this aspect with Saturn and Uranus, that's going to be, this is the last year they're going to be this close to each other and making a square. So I mean, that's also a beginning of an end of an era that we've been in for some time. So I think it's like really a lot more excitement into this in this Aquarius phase than maybe before, and also possibilities to see with the Aquarian vision what we can do and what we can change.
I have to say, I love that you brought up that freshness that we can change in our lives, because like you pointed out, Saturn, which is the ruler of Aquarius, the traditional ruler of Aquarius, is actually squaring Uranus, the modern ruler of Aquarius, and Saturn also is conjunct new moon. So Saturn is at 15 degrees and the new moon is at 12 degrees, so very close conjunction. And I think you're right. I think there is something about how do we deal with that tension with old versus new? Because it's not one or the other. There is a square, there is a signature of tension there. But I don't think it's like we have to move from the old to the new. What is old and what is new? So what I love that what started emerging over the last few months that I've been noticing is that some of the stuff that were considered, so to speak, old or old-fashioned, they're coming back, they're rejiggled, refreshed, renewed. So I don't know, handmade pottery became very popular recently, and handmade jewelry much more popular than the one that you can buy, in stores. And just the kind of hands crafts and new things that actually are handmade became much more popular. Baking at home, I mean, again, that's probably also the Uranian energy in Taurus. But I think there's a lot in us that kind of rethink what is the old stuff that we want to refresh, repaint, repurpose, whatever other words out there. But what can we bring into the future and will actually serve us? Because it's not about throwing everything away. It's not about throwing the baby with the bathwater, getting rid of everything old.